Yo, what's up everyone, and today we're going to be talking about LexUpDog's new response to SuperMega. If you don't know about the SuperMega Allegations, I suggest you watch Turkey Tom's video. I'll be linking that down in the description so you guys have a better understanding of what's going on here. But we have been waiting 6 months for this video. It's way too late for this. This should have been out 6 months ago. But yeah, with that being said, let's hop right into the video, guys. So in the beginning, she goes over a bunch of apologies that she got, yada yada yada, covering some shit that's happened in between then. Doesn't even really matter. Where we get to the parts that matters, where she talks about Don and his response to the situation. While Don did respond, he did delete his apology in response to the situation soon after, and kind of just ran from the internet, so we can't really get his side. So the only side we can get is Lex's, which is kind of inconsistent, because now she's reframing the choking situation from what it started as a slight sex act, I guess, or something that was more supposed to be sexy, but now is framed as a full-blown attack, basically. Where in the original video, she basically just says, he kinda choked me, yada yada yada, and then went on with the video. Wouldn't that be something like you would want to add that would add more credibility, or at least paint Dawn in a more negative light? And just so you guys can see what I'm talking about, I'm going to play the clip, how she flames the choking now and how she framed it originally 6 months ago.
He says, I then profusely apologized and we ended up watching TV and going to bed after. That is not how I recall it at all. So that's interesting, because how I recall it is consenting to sex because I was freaked out and scared after that, and then getting choked and blacking out. That's what I remember.
Like, went with the other stuff he wanted to do. He like choked me on my windpipe. Like, he was like trying to choke me in a sexy way, but he was like choking me, and I was like breathing like very audibly, like not well. And I think at this point I was too scared to like say anything, and I didn't think he would listen, because he just didn't before. So at that point, it was just easier to do whatever else he wanted instead of go through that again.
Saying he choked you till you blacked out reframes the whole choking situation that you originally brought up in the original video. It's just weird, because it's like you're trying to make Don look worse than he already was made out to be. And on top of that, this should have been something that you stressed in your original video. This would have been, like, this would have made him look even crazier if that's what you were looking to do. But let's be real, that's not what you were trying to do. What you're trying to do is actually take down SuperMega and framing them in a horrible, horrible light. And you continued to try to do so by saying this.
And this is the official beginning of the invalidating, minimizing, and blame shifting. Matt and Ryan decided to ignore most of the things that they could address from my video, instead opting to spend their respective videos defending themselves, despite claims against doing so. They stress that they have been nothing short of supportive, with no responses to my claims of them having put me in bad situations because they neglected to be supportive or communicative, and having attributed them to even extending my trauma after my assault.
How can you even say they didn't even try to just support you when they gave you a place to stay and even offered to pay for another spot for you to live, so you would just get out of their office because you kept going on these extravagant trips and buying a Jeep? I think anyone in that situation would be skeptical of whether you're trying to actually get out on top of your feet or not when you're doing stuff like that. Also, they never downplayed or minimized your assault. They actually apologized and took responsibility for handling the Dawn situation so badly. The fact that you want to frame it as minimizing because you didn't get what you wanted, which was SuperMega gone forever. And I do think it's funny that you uploaded this video soon after SuperMega decided to start uploading again. It's just, you know, too coincidental, isn't it, Lex? Isn't it? Later on, she just tries to frame it as Matt and Ryan being on Don's side the whole entire time during the situation, making it seem like, oh, they actually agreed with him. They believed him when they told him the story.
I have text messages from Matt saying they talked with Dawn and it went well, and we had a phone call about it. So that's funny that You tell me that it's fine, and then you go on YouTube and tell the public that you were confused because Matt called me and told me as such and gave no indication of being confused. So they either lied to me at the time or they lied to you to change whatever you would think.
I think as business owners, they're probably just confused and scared on what to do, because this is a big situation that could probably maybe even turn into a legal matter if so, because you should have gone up to the police about Dawn if it was so serious of a thing, instead of posting a fucking video online trying to cancel creators. That doesn't even make sense, Lex. Come on.
Matt's video implies that I did not speak up for my own empowerment, but for a personal vendetta, implying that sexual assault and a cover-up by people who I thought were helping me somehow wasn't enough.
I'm in no way saying that her coming forward with the Dawn situation is a ploy by Leighton to get us canceled. However, there's a lot of other stuff that I think the dots can be connected.
The messaging in their videos had people walking away thinking that either I was exaggerating about at least some parts of my story, or that I was simply lying about everything.
Definitely left out some things, because I think you're still leaving out the part that you went on so many trips during the time you were living at the office and bought a whole Jeep. At this point, I don't think really much people believe your story about SuperMega, at least. The Dawn shit's still kind of up in the air, for me at least. But you really expect anyone to believe you, especially with, like, the stuff that you and Ethan have done? It does seem like you guys are just trying to cancel SuperMega, because most of your original vid and this focus on that. Not only that, Morg Pie and Leighton come out soon after your video, and then Nickisnotgreen makes like 3 videos defending you, 2 apologizing, or however many, I don't know. The guy made like 1 million videos. But what I'm trying to say is, it looks like you guys are doing an inside job to cancel SuperMega. She then goes on trying to reframe the whole Daniel situation and how it was brought up.
Ryan uses angry, passive-aggressive language to guilt and shame everyone involved that merely mentioned Daniel's name, liking it to having spoken badly on Daniel himself, using quotes and references to my post and video that isn't about Daniel, but another suicide attempt close to me that I mentioned several times in my 2-hour video.
I don't think they relate to anything bad that we've been through. And the one thing they could, which was Rav's partner attempting to like take themselves, was Daniel, their friend Daniel. Matt's like at least twice in front of me, separate times we'll hang out with him, has called Daniel a coward. So no, they don't care about suicide. They don't give a shit about suicide.
Lex, you really thought everyone on the internet was this dumb that they wouldn't go back to your original video comparing stuff you said? No, you're just gonna frame the people coming out and doing this are just some alt-right drama stirrers, and that's all we want, is just drama so we can make content off you. It's genuinely crazy that, Lex, you're trying to reframe and spin this story in such a different way, and you're doubling down on everything. You look like a fool right now. I'm gonna hop forward to the Nickisnotgreen stuff just because, like I said, a lot of this video is doubling down and just reframing a lot of situations, and it's honestly horrible. So here is that clip.
I sent Nick our first text since March 2022, and he doesn't respond.
Lex, no one's responding to that. That is too long. You just wrote this dude a whole novel in his DMs. Do you really think he's gonna respond to that?
And then goes on to make a 5th apology. Crazy, right? And his 5th apology is still up. That's the I make harmful content one. And the goalposts have been moved so much, he's basically apologizing for like his whole career, which that just has nothing to do with me at that point. But Nick was being held performative by only standing up for me when it was convenient for him. So that's a pretty like dirty move. He needs to get better values for real.
Seriously glad Nick dropped this situation and apologized for everything, even though he did fuck up every apology before that. Seeing how you're reframing and doubling down on this, I can't imagine what he could have posted this time around if he stuck on your side. Lex seriously threw everyone else under the bus on this one, took almost no accountability for talking about Daniel and making the whole situation about SuperMega rather than Dawn. It's truly deplorable. But that's all I really have left to say about this video. It's truly horrendous. If you guys did like this video though, please leave a like, and if you're new here, please subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!